Hey there everybody, this is Dudley for Life, bringing you back in for some online matches with commentary. I'm enjoying doing this. It seems to have a pretty alright reception, so I'll keep doing it. Still taking Ryu. In my opinion, he's a top 3 character in this game. Easily one of the best. Might even have an argument for the best character. So I try to not play him as much, not because I'm some type of low-tier hero, but more so just so I can feel like I can beat people without playing a top-tier character sometimes. First off, playing against this Gold Nikali player, and I'm excited to bring you guys this match. This guy is actually quite good. We had a very good match here. I'll try my best to point out some of the nuances in the match, but you should be able to see most of them here too. So, that being said, his rank is pretty good points, pretty good level. Right there you see me moving out of his ground pound range. That's really important as a Ryu player. You don't want to trade fireballs for his ground pound because then he gets his V trigger faster, which is big trouble. So you want to make sure that you're not getting hit by ground pounds. Maybe even go pretty sparing on fireballs in general. Which is kind of sucks, but should be able to go past it. Right here I noticed this guy kind of jumped in on me a couple times. The reward for jumping in as Nikali is so huge that Nikali players are naturally going to jump in a lot. That's just what they do. I don't fault him for that. I think that's something that's just so good for him. That being said, he does have a few tactics. Like right there you saw he kind of mashed jab out of the string there. A lot of Nikali players do that, so I'm going to be looking for that. Right there, bad fireball. Got punished 400% there. Just activation and V-trigger straight to super, lost the round. So he's definitely got me a little on tilt about throwing fireballs here. You're not going to see a lot from me until I've completely conditioned him to stay out of the air so much. So pretty good round for him right there. Pretty clutch on his part. Right here, see him kind of just throwing, throwing fireballs, but not at like stupid ranges. Right there, an H Tatsu come out. I actually wanted to stand H, so that was an input error on my part. Right there, anti-aired him. Again, before I can start fireballing a lot, I need to make sure that he knows that he can't just jump all the time. Right there, another anti-air. Another anti-air. Again, just want him to respect my airspace. Right there, he jabs out of my string again. That seems to be a favorite tactic for him. Again, I anti-aired him. Again, I don't fault him for jumping a lot. It's just such a huge payoff for Nikali players if they land a jump in, but I did anti-air him about 6 times that round, so he basically lost the round doing that. Right there, he thought I was going to throw a fireball at full screen. Kind of a weird risk to take since I haven't really been throwing a lot of them, just a few here or there. Again, another jab out of the pressure. So now I've basically backpacked this information. He likes to mash out of recovery situations, whether it be me knocking him out of the air or him coming off the ground. He likes to mash a lot. Right there, another jab. Now I'm just going to play some solid ground game with him. Other than the jab thing, he doesn't have any really obvious tactics that I can just take advantage of. Right here, boom. Big damage off that V-trigger activation. I'm a little worried because it does take you all the way to the corner when he does that. So I kind of DP'd, disrespectfully of course, just to kind of see if I can get away with it. I did. I won't be doing that a whole lot because I've done it once, he'll be thinking about that now and may back off on his wake-up pressure now because he'll think, oh man, this guy will just be a scrub and mash out. So anyway, I take this first game. He looks pretty solid. Going into this second game, I'm not overconfident. I feel like he'll make some good adjustments, and I just have to continue to play solid. There's not like a specific tactic that I can just sit and abuse that he's using. Just about round 1. Fight. Yeah, phone's ringing there. Straight off the bat, I punished him for mashing jab there. Double medium. Again, poking him in the mid-range there. Kind of trying to get him to realize that you can't really mash out of my strings all the time. That being said, until Nikali is dead, it's never over because of that V-trigger of his. Got some good damage on me there. I'm half stunned, good overhead. He's making some good adjustments. I was not expecting that follow-up. Now I'm kind of in the danger zone here, and he's got the life lead. Missed the follow-up after my own V-trigger right there. High stun, I back all the way off. I don't want to get stunned and lose. Right there, really risky Dragon Punch. I was expecting him to get a little antsy, he wasn't. And again, jabbed out of my string. I felt like I conditioned him out of it, but what he did is basically say, I'm not going to get conditioned, I'm just going to play the way I play and you're going to like it. So I kind of figured that out. I can find respect in that. If I'm trying to condition somebody and they just refuse to be conditioned at any point, it can be bad and can also be good depending on what they're doing. So right here, I figured out I'm not going to be able to just straight up use a single tactic to win this. I just need to sit and play solid for an entire round. You're going to see me not go in too hard. Did a stand roundhouse, was thinking maybe he might try to come in with a poke, maybe his own stand roundhouse, whiffed it. Kind of lost some space doing that. But sometimes you got to try stuff like that just to kind of break up the monotony there. Right there, I need to work on the conversion for jab jab Dragon Punch that players like Tokido use a lot. It's just so good, it gets you a lot of good damage off of a cross up. That'll be one thing that I'll continue to work on. Right there, he does kind of an unsafe hard kick on my block there. I know the spacing on that pretty well, so I'll be punishing that pretty much every time. Right there, almost got me on a bad fireball again. Thankfully, the spacing was just right to where he couldn't. Tried another hard kick gamble there. Again, probably not necessary to try something like that, but again, bad time to use this hard kick. I throw a fireball here, try to catch his super whiff. Kind of an expensive loss there for him. Also, if you look at the clock up top, I know he has to come after me hard now, so you're going to see me just backdash and then ultimately air him right there. So in my mind, because I essentially ran this guy into a timeout victory, not totally, he's going to be wanting to go in a little bit more. I'm going to try to take advantage of that. Right now, good start of the round, jabs out of the pressure again. I do get a little frustrated with jabbing out of pressure a lot just because it's really unsafe. If people just press buttons in your face when you're jabbing out of pressure, you just get counter hit all the time. Like right there, I just got a counter hit. Again, he was jabbing into V-trigger, so I'm a little bit irritated here, I'll admit that. That he's basically just playing disrespectfully. But that's what you gotta do to win. That was a good overhead. I wasn't expecting that. He really has been using the overhead pretty sparingly, so I haven't really been looking for it, so that was just a great time to do it. So right there, as you can see, V-trigger Nikali is just so good. Going into this next game, I'm actually coming into it confident, thinking, alright, this guy's just going to be playing disrespectfully against me, so I'm going to take advantage of that and press some buttons in his face. And I should be able to win like that. Also, I let that entire intro play out in the actual match itself, just to kind of collect my thoughts and become unfrustrated. And I decided, alright, I'm not going to be able to get this guy with one tactic, but I am going to start right there, as you can see, counter hit, because he was mashing jab. Right there, I didn't have the great spacing, so he ended up getting a trade with the ground pound. That's not good for me, but I'm not too afraid. Right there, he air-to-airs me, so as you can see, he's playing a solid game. There's not a single tactic I can use to just completely beat this guy. I just have to play strong the entire round, which I'm okay with doing. Right there, jabs out of my pressure again. I expected that. Air-to-airs me again. So he's doing a good job of saying, you're not going to keep doing the same stuff. Right there, I did dash, crouch light, because I knew he's going to wake up pressing something. So it was just a free round for me. Right there, that was a pretty easy round. I got air-to-aired a couple times, but other than that, pretty good. Right there, he did that charge move. Kind of random, considering, but he did hit me with it, so... Now I got him in the corner. Horse wakes up with jab right there. I was expecting that. Right there, caught him out of recovery. Right there, wakes up with grab and then jab immediately. As you can see, I'm staying at a range now in front of him where the jab will whiff. Right here, I'll just stand in that range, and he missed. And then I got the crush counter sweep. So hopefully after this, he realizes you can't just sit and play disrespectful all the time. People will catch on to that. Wake up jab is a strong tool, but you need to use it sparingly. So